In this video, we will show you how to use ADHD protocols in eProbe software. From your desktop, open eProbe. Click on the template and choose Open. In this section, you have access to all treatment protocols. Click on the treatment protocol that you want to use. As you click, a new window will open up. Here you have access to all pages related to games and bar graphs. Here, the logic behind the games is defined in bar graphs. As you see, there is a slight difference between evaluation page and treatment page. Here on the treatment page, you can access game window as well as the bar graph window. Each cap montage should follow the image shown for each protocol. After you did your measurements and found your point, place the cap. Connect your active red cable number 1 to the FCZ point. Connect the reference green cable number 1 to the right ear. And connect the ground cable to the left ear. Turn the device on. Connect the cable to port A of the device. In order to connect the device to the software, click on the device, choose eDevice, and then click on Search. Next, when device was found, click on its serial number. Close the window and click on Play. If the brain waves displayed in the scope were acceptable, you can move forward and do your bar graph adjustments. Bar graph adjustments can be done either manually or automatically. If the bar graph arrow is descending, means we are aiming to reduce that wave in the treatment process, such as theta and high beta in this protocol. Respectively, if the bar graph arrow is ascending, means we should increase that wave in the brain. For instance, here we need to increase low beta in the middle bar. Threshold line is an adjustable line that sets the game level. In the bar graph related to theta, which the arrow is descending, if you lower the threshold line, your game will get harder and the bar graph color turns to red. If you raise the threshold line, game gets easier and the bar graph color turns to green. In low beta, the arrow is ascending. If you raise the threshold line, the bar graph turns to red and the game gets harder. Respectively, if you lower the threshold line, the bar graph color turns to green. Make sure you set the bar threshold line in a way that the majority of time, bar graph color turns to green, which means your client can score easily. You can gradually make the game harder for your client over time. In other words, do not set the threshold line in a way that the game is too hard to score. You can do adjustments for each window by clicking on the same window. You can adjust the threshold line either manually or automatically. In auto mode, if you place the number to 95%, the game will be so easy. That means 95% of the time the bar graph will turn to green and the game goes on. And if you lower the number, the game becomes harder. For example, if you set it on 25%, the game will become harder and only 25% of the time it will turn to green. In game type, you can see a selection of music, movie, flash, animation, and other collections to use. Each of these selections has their own assortment. After clicking on the game type, choose Flash and under that game file, select your desired game. For movie, click on Movie type, choose your desired film. Bear in mind that you need to click on Stop before switching between your selection. In this menu, there is an option called Logic, which sets the logic of the bar graphs. Please note the logic you define should be aligned with the logic of the games. If you click on None, it means you have not defined a logic and your client cannot score. If you want to run the program on a separate monitor than your laptop, click on full screen and set the on mode. Hold on to the window and P key on the keyboard at the same time. A new window will appear on the right-hand side. Click on Extend. The picture will be transferred to the next monitor and the client will only be able to see the game. There is an option called Reward Time, which is adjustable and you can set it on your desired time. For instance, when you place it on 1 second, it means if the patient can change the bar color and hold it for 1 second, the system will reward him. The next option is Movie Start Time. Here you can set the play time. Stay tuned for our instructional videos.